morning, boys and girls. It's Sunday, the 9th of December, 2018. Welcome to this morning's United Kingdom tour, coming to you from Bracknell, Berkshire. I've just been I've dropped the blooming clock a little while ago. We'll see what's happened. And the clock stopped working and the date went wrong. And I only noticed this just before I started running that little opening film there. And I don't know. Can you see that second hand has got stuck there? I think I need to push. Do you mind if I just fix this? I can't bear something not working. Oh, hang on. I can't get the top off now. Hang on a minute. Just a minute now. What's that? Is that bent down or is the other one bent up? I'm not sure. Hang on a minute. 1 minute. Can't bear something not working, dear. 1 minute. Is that it? Oh, can we repair that up a little bit? Oh, yes. I have repaired the clock. Hang on, is that a little bit fast there? 1 minute. We like everything to be correct for you, boys. Because someone to point it out. You know, oh, the clock's not working. Well, you can sit here for hours and do preparation for the show. You see what I mean? And then, but, you know, no one would take any notice of any of the stories or any of the preparation I've done. It'll be, oh, the clock's not working. Oh, your collar's out of place or something like that. Oh, there we are. So we're there now. Now, I'm a bit concerned that the date's not going to click over now. If I just move that a bit more, it might... Right, I reckon that's ready to click over. You see that? What's the date today? It is the 9th, isn't it? Is it the 9th? Yes, I've got that right, though. Right, so that should be okay. If that clicks over to 10, then I shall be disappointed. That might happen at midday. Okay? If I've done this wrong, it should click over automatically. It's one of those flip things. I like the flip things, don't you? Do you remember they used to have these at train stations? Waterloo Station. And that's going over here for now on our Christmas set. That's it. That's on next to our Barry pick. Is that straight? Oh, the clock's not straight. Someone moaning. Anyone going to moan this morning? There we are. Next to Barry's picture. Okay, and our new Christmas Bracknell studio. Do you like it? I did this yesterday afternoon. Isn't it nice, isn't it? Santa is on his way. I've got to tell you, I did put this up yesterday and everything was and the clock was in the same place. And I got my mate, I thought, I'd just show this to my mate just before I go to bed. This would have been about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon before my 2 hours afternoon sleep. And I said, what do you reckon? I had the camera. He said, you know, a FaceTime thing going on there. And he said to me, why have you put the clock over Santa's head? And I looked, and of course, that's where the clock normally is. And I didn't even think about it. You know, sometimes it takes someone else to ask, to point out something like that. I didn't notice myself. I'd actually put the clock over Santa's head. And what would Santa have done? Have you been a good little boy this year, I wonder? I doubt that very much. Is there anyone on here who has been good this year at all? Nope, I thought not. I absolutely thought not. Very, very naughty people this morning. Don't want to be here too late. I'm running very late this morning. I'm running about half an hour late with everything today because I stopped off at the Co-op on the way back home from church. Well, I was lucky to get there this morning. Got up around about 7:20 as usual on a Sunday morning. Ever so dark. My God, it was pitch black out there. Even my nighttime lights had gone off. I couldn't see a damn thing outside. So I got up about 7:20, woken up by the delights of BBC Breakfast News, and come downstairs, made myself a cup of tea. I've got a cup of tea here, actually. Can I just finish this? Or it'll go cold. That happened to me at work the other night. Cold tea, vile. My dad used to drink it. My dad, he had a cup like this. He would drink the tea cold. I don't know how he ever did that, dear. I can't drink cold tea. One of my friends, actually, Jonathan has just sent me a little private Facebook message requesting. He said to me, can I send you some 3 days worth of coffee, different coffees, I think, and 3 days worth of chocolate, and I need your honest opinion on them. Well, unfortunately, I don't drink either. I can't bear the taste of coffee. Oh, it's bitter. Bitter, dear. Nasty and bitter. I had a cup of coffee at Subway in Vegas. because they didn't have any tea. I thought, oh, well, the one coffee won't hurt. Oh, it was vile, absolutely bitter. How can anyone sit there and drink coffee, dear? No, I'm a tea person. And I don't drink hot chocolate either. I don't really like the taste of that, so I've had to turn down that. I could have done it live on the show, but unfortunately I don't drink that sort of stuff, so there we are. Made myself a cup of tea, had my breakfast, sat down to last night's Casualty, which I enjoyed. I usually watch Casualty in 2 bits, about 20 minutes when I get home from work on a Saturday night, Sunday morning, and then the rest of it on a Sunday morning just before I go to church. So I watched that early on. Well, it's all happening there, isn't it, on Casualty? Poor old Charlie and Duffy. Looks like they're going to split up. Did anyone see it? Oh, wow. Wow. So Duffy and Charlie, they're both of an age, and they got together after liking each other for years and years and years and years. And they both had partners, or one's been married and the other's been married perhaps, and they've I can't remember the whole story now. But anyway, they've been together for a year and got married about a year ago. Well, she's bumped into an old flame a few weeks ago, dear, and she's got really drunk and gone back with him. And now, and now feels guilty, and she wished she'd never done it. Unfortunately, Charlie's found out, and he found out because the bloke that she'd been with. What did you think I was going to say? The bloke that she'd been with was taken into the hospital with a suspected heart attack. Charlie's dealing with him, and it's all come out. And then the music came on. It was a really powerful episode of Casualty last night. You must watch it, dears. We love Casualty on BBC One, so I watched that. And then went out to get my bike. I couldn't find my back door keys this morning. Oh. Now, I don't know about you, but I put the keys in the same place all the time. Or at least you say you're going to do that, don't you? You should put your keys and wallet and mobile phone in the same place in your house every day. Now, so that's what I do. I have a special... I'm not going to tell you where I'll keep my keys. Oh, you'd be straight in here, wouldn't you, dear? Trying to rob me? Nothing here of value. All this stuff is old. You're probably the most expensive, the most nickable thing in this room is the picture of the delightful Santa on his little sleigh, awaiting presents to deliver to the little children of the world, and maybe even you as well. But I'm looking at my list of people up there. You haven't been not good people, have you? I can't see anyone watching this show today who has been a good person and is deserving of a gift. Can't see it. I'm sorry. I have to say as I speak. I have to say as I see. That's it. So, I'm coming upstairs. I'm looking on the table. I'm going downstairs. And time is ticking now. Usually I leave at 8:20 and I jump on my bicycle, cycle when I get to church around about 8:45, 10 to 9. Time is ticking. It's 8:20. I can't find my keys. Up I've come, I'm looking up the table up there, gone in my pockets from last night, gone back downstairs, looked in the same place that I just looked in the coat pocket, up we came again, looked in the tracksuit bottom pockets from yesterday, looked in the bathroom, and then you look again and they appear. How does that happen? They appeared and they were next to the microwave. Marvellous things. Microwave, small nuclear devices. Aren't they clever? They're very, very clever microwaves. So I found the keys eventually, got my keys, and eventually I got out of here just before 8:30. So I pedalled my because I've only got little legs, I am officially a midget. My little legs were going round and round like that, and eventually I got there, and I got there with about 2 minutes to spare. Thank you very much. Vivian was there. Remember I upset her last week, accusing her of being drunk all the time. Well, she doesn't drink it. She didn't find it very funny. She said to me, she put her glasses down her nose. I haven't got a pair. Oh, yes, I have. Got a pair of glasses here. She put her glasses down her nose and said, "Don't be silly, Christopher." But today, I bought her in a Christmas card. So it looks like I'm all for a religious Christmas card as well. With Jesus and Mary and Joseph on the front there. Yes, religious Christmas cards. So she was quite pleased with that. And I got a wave at the end of the night. So I think I've been forgiven there. I have been forgiven. I didn't know any of the hymns. Do you know that hymn, O Come Emmanuel? O come, Emmanuel, and ransom captivity. You know that one? Well, they've taken it and put that. You won't know get this if you're not Catholic, but I'll just explain quickly. There's certain bits in the Mass that are sung. Well, they've taken that tune and put it to the bits in the Mass, which usually have a different tune. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I thought this just doesn't sound right. You know how sometimes you get something, take most of the music in the charts at the moment. Does any of that sound all right? I doubt that very much. Oh, Beyonce or blimmin'... Who's that one off the X Factor? What's her name? I can't remember. Tall, thin, long black hair. Oh, Christ. What's her name? Alexandra Burke. People like that screaming their way for another song. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Oh, I just detest that song so much. That one and I Will Always Love You. Hate those songs. Anyway, so they've taken that hymn and taken bits of it and put it to the words of the rest of the Mass, like the Lamb of God, the Holy, Holy, and the what's the other one? There's another one, and the bit after he lifts up the bread and the wine and all that business, and it doesn't work. It just doesn't fit properly. There's like words that you jump over quickly or repeat twice just to fit the tune. I don't know whose idea it was to do that. I really don't. Thanks for your messages. I do see your messages coming in. I'll come to those in a moment. So that was the church. Got back here. I had to pop off at the Co-op because I wanted to make tonight, this afternoon for my dinner, spaghetti arrabbiata. And I usually cheat with the onions. I usually have big bags of frozen onions in the freezer, but I don't think I've got any. So I've had to buy 6 red onions and I'm going to have to chop them up manually. My God, it's hard work today for Chris. Usually I just open a little plastic bag and dump the whole lot in there. No, I'm actually going to have to cut up onions. An actual, real onion that has come out of the ground. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I didn't have any tomato puree afterwards, so I popped in the Co-op to get some of those and some blueberries and that. Then I came back here and here I am. That's why we're a bit late today and can't be too busy. I notice... I don't know about you, how your gardens are doing at the moment, but, you know, this is the latest winter ever, isn't it? And I have, out the front, 5 hanging baskets, 4 of which are full of geraniums, okay? And they're still flowering. How amazing is that? My geraniums are still flowering. What about yours? I've even got a couple of flowers in the gardens from my dahlias as well. A white one and a pinky white one. Isn't that strange and mysterious? Global warming is coming. I mean, in some countries, they're like on their little toes now with their heads above the water because the ice has melted so much and the seas come up so far. But we're all right here, so that's okay. Doesn't matter. More global warming, more nice warm weather, and less electricity bills. That's what we like. Although we're going to get a cold blast next week, I gather. We're in for a cold... Of course, I'm not going to read it out of the papers, because you're thinking, this is doomsday. You think the whole world is going to be encased in a block of ice tomorrow. No, that's not going to happen. But it is going to be cold. But don't worry about me and my caravan. I now have my portable gas fire. 4.2 kilowatts of gas heat pouring out into my caravan. And we'll see how that works. Are you ready for your messages then? Let's start on the text messages for a change this morning. We don't usually do the text messages first. Don't forget, gang, if you're watching on the television and you don't have access kind of to the internet so much to be able to type messages, you can text in on that number there, 07551 259 675. It's not a call-in number. If you call it, no one will answer at any time, okay? It's just for texting, 07551 259 675. And 2 texts in so far this morning. Good morning to Maureen. Hello to you, Maureen. Sends that message just a few minutes ago. Morning, Maureen. And Peter's there in Woodhall Spa up in Lincolnshire. He says, good morning, Chris, and good morning to United Kingdom Talk. It's very nice today in Woodhall Spa. That's actually very close to where my caravan is, where my sister lives, you see. And the sun is out. Just took the dog out for a walk. And came back having a nice cup of tea from Peter Lake in Woodhall Spa. And I happen to know I think you've got a black Dalmatian there, a lovely black Dalmatian, which is a bit over-friendly. It's very, very over-friendly. If you give it attention, it won't go away. One of those. A little bit like people sometimes, aren't they? You give them attention and they just won't back off. Go away, dear. Give us a bit of space. Thank you very much. So good morning to you. Someone sent this message actually on Thursday. Now, you didn't put your name there. Please, if you've never sent a message before, put your name and where you are. Once you've done that once, I should know who you are, because then I keep that in the system, all right? And someone says, hi, Chris, are you doing anything over Christmas for karaoke this year? The answer to that, I'm afraid, is no. No, I won't be working on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. I elected, the pub is closed Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is a funny old night. It can be busy, it can be completely dead. And the pub that I do my karaoke at in Central Station, which is in King's Cross, is closed on Christmas Eve. New Year's Eve, it wasn't going to be karaoke, it was going to be DJing with a show on, and I just didn't want to do it. I don't think I worked last year New Year's Eve either. Or it might have been the year before, I can't remember now. And it's just hassle. It's just hassle. And I think, after you've done so many New Year's Eves, you think, oh, do I really want to do? And the money's very good. Money's very good, but I thought, oh, I didn't want to. If it had been a karaoke night, I think I might have done it. I think I probably would have done it if it was if a karaoke night come along now, Chris, do you want to do New Year's Eve karaoke? I might still take it, as long as it's not too late. I'm not staying out till 2 o'clock in the bloody morning, dear. No, thank you. I remember years gone by, I would have DJ'd on a New Year's Eve, starting at 9 o'clock, finishing at 3 in the morning, and then going out afterwards to Turnmills for trade. My God, and we'd be there till, 5 o'clock the next afternoon. Completely off our heads. That was in the 90s. It's a golden Labrador called Archie. Thank you very much, Peter. That's the dog he's got there. We like Labradors. Unfortunately, they play absolutely havoc with my asthma. You may remember, those of you that watch the show regularly will know that when I go to my sister's house, it's an absolute nightmare. I just cough in, and you hear it starting, whereas I'm breathing now. Listen. Right, that sounds perfectly normal. It starts as bad breathing. You can hear, that's how it starts. That's followed by sneezing and coughing, and the little blue puffer just doesn't seem to do anything. And eventually I have to leave the house. It really is as bad as that. I've worked out in my own mind, if I sit there quietly and don't go too mad, and I find it very difficult to sit anywhere quietly, to be honest. I'm usually jumping around the place, especially if children are involved. If the great nieces and great nephews there, I'd rather be mucking around with them than sitting there having a conversation with adults. Adults they're so boring, aren't they? Don't you think, kids? Adults are especially millennials. Millennials are particularly boring because they don't get anything. They're just too serious all the time. So, but if I was to sit there quietly, I could probably last a bit longer before it's so bad. And funnily enough, it's got to be the dogs, because it doesn't happen around my niece's house. But last week I was around my niece's house, okay, and they had a Labrador, a black Labrador. Could have been a golden one. In this case, it was a black one, okay? It was a black Labrador, and it started in there. It started in there as well. Isn't it strange? Very, very strange. Oh, an item of food to try. Yesterday afternoon, I went into Aldi with my mate here in Bracknell. There is a little bag, and it is orange honeycomb dipped in chocolate. Oh, my God. It is absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. Please try it. I can't remember the price of it now. There's some lovely sweetie type things at the moment, which none of you should have because you're all bad people. That everyone here is a bad person. I can tell it from today. I can tell it. Okay? But there's some lovely food and sweetie type things in Aldi. 2 items in particular. They do in bags of vanilla fudge. It's about £1.49. Had one of those last week. Well, I shared it. I shared it with my sister. She had one piece and I had the rest. So that's in there. And also orange honeycomb dipped in chocolate. That is in Aldi now. Please try it. If not now, for Christmas, get yourself a bag. I must warn you, It's very hard, okay? So if you're worried about breaking your teeth, don't have it. Seriously, it's really hard. You know, like that. But it's delicious. And I had some of that last night. Something for you to try that, okay? All right, then. Let's have a look. One moment, please. Good morning. Whose first message of the day? Where should we start today? Let's start on Facebook. Good morning to Dr. SOS Grigori. Morning to you, sir. Not good. Did it go over? Ninth? No, good. Excellent. I've done it correctly. Excellent. I had a feeling that was going to click over to the 10th, but that's not. That fell off the wall earlier. It didn't. It's because I didn't put it back. There's a little screw behind it, and you know, one of those like holes that go like that, right? And I got it in the big hole, but I hadn't pulled it down, and the thing just fell off the wall, ended up in pieces on the floor there. That was a gift from my mate, I think. Now, when did he buy me that? I don't think it was a birthday present. It was just a gift, a random gift. Random kindness. That's what we like. Random kindness. Thank you very much. Yes, good morning to SOS Gregorian. Now, let's have a look. How far up have we got to go there? Morning to Ray Reynolds. Merry Christmas, honky tonks. Brian James is there. What was the thank you for? Brian is a chap who's blind. We were talking about dogs the other day on the show. You may remember that. And someone was going on about, I don't know, one of those stupid lefty idiots was going on that guide dogs shouldn't be made to be guide dogs because they haven't chosen to do it. Right? Yeah, another one. Yeah, I know. And every day, a news story. We've got that other silly cow on there who wants to ban the song Baby It's Cold Outside. Every day, some other idiot is on the telly who's been given a platform by the TV people, haven't they? Well, we were talking, as I say, about the guide dogs. And Brian came back, who has a guide dog. And he says, guide dogs do actually give their consent to work. If they didn't want to, they wouldn't wear the harness. We don't force it onto them. Just thought you'd like to know. So that's what my thank you was for there, Brian. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right there. Morning to Kevin Webster. Morning. Is that the first time you've seen the new start, Kevin? Well, you haven't been there for a while then, have you, dear? God's sake, man. Do try and keep up. Hello to Gayor. Is it my connection or are you out of sync? I don't know. Am I out of sync? Anyone else? Do let us know. Let's have a look here. I'm getting a bit confused looking at two lots of messages. I think we've missed some at the top there, haven't we? Let's go back up to the top there. Merlin's there. Good morning, Merlin. Shania, Adam the Plumber, Diane Jeb, Wayne is in the house. Good morning to John Parrish, Thomas H, up on Vaughan Live. Happy Sunday to you as well, Thomas. Okay. There we are. That's it. I should be up on time now. Dominique. Morning to Dominique. Thomas has been bad. I know that, Thomas. I know. The Santa Cam has been watching you. Yes. You can get Santa Cams now as well. Did you know that? Aldi are doing Santa Cams and they're about £2.50. What you do, you know, your little children and that, you put it in their room or near them, wherever they are, and you tell them that Santa is watching them at all times. See if that shuts them up for 5 minutes. What a dreadful thing to do. Put a Santa cam. There's no camera in it, incidentally. It just looks like there is. Put a Santa cam in a wall and tell your children that Santa is watching them to see if they misbehave. I think that's a horrendous thing to do. Oh, dear. SOS Gregorian reckon I've been the best this year. Are you sure? Are you sure? Hello to Abbas. Roy Brownlow, good morning. One of the reindeer standing on the clock. It might break it, is it? Yeah, Roy. I think you're right there. Thomas H, lukewarm coffee. Do you not like that or do you like that? You can drink it faster. Yeah, I see what you mean. Hello to Michael Lawrence. He's coming along to the karaoke tomorrow night, aren't you, Michael? Morning to you, sir. Kershid, good morning. Clock and calendar seems straight to me. Thank you, Colin. Clock and calendar, I've made great efforts to keep it straight, to stop people blooming moaning all the time. Good morning, Vaughan Live again for much to you. Morning to you. Shania said, I thought I'd been good this year. Shania, I've been watching. You have been very, very bad. Very bad. Santa is not going to come down your chimney, dear. Have you got a chimney? My dad used to tell me that. My dad used to say, we'd be sitting there watching the telly, and my mum and dad would be in the living room, and he'd say, my mum's name was Biddy. Okay, Biddy. Bridget, Biddy. My dad called her Bid or Biddy. And I remember watching the telly one night, and he's sitting in his chair, and he turned around to my mum in a loud voice and says, all right, Bid, well, we'll have to stay up a little bit later to take the gas fire off the wall. And I'm like, what's that for then, Dad? He said, so Santa can come, so Father Christmas can come down. We called him Father Christmas. Father Christmas. Oh, right, okay. And we believed him. We believed that my mum and dad would take the gas fire off the wall so Santa could come down the chimney. Isn't it such a disappointment when someone comes up to you and says he's not real? I think that's horrible. There was a story somewhere in one of the papers the other day. I did get it out to read you a few days ago, but I never got around to it. Of someone had told some little children that Santa didn't exist. I think it was a school teacher, of all people, a school teacher. And this child was in pieces. What a horrible thing to do. Keep it going for as long as you can. That's what I say. I still believe in Father Christmas. I believe that this year, I hope my sister's watching. I believe in this year when I'll probably be at my caravan. I will be at my caravan. I will wake up in the morning and there'll be a little sack of presents outside my caravan. How exciting is that? Because if there isn't, she ain't getting nothing from me. I'm telling you that now. Michael has been a good boy. Have you, Michael? Oh, well, you're no good to me. I like bad boys, Michael. That's no good to me if you're good. Oh, hello, Chris. Oh, would you like to do this? Get over there. That's more me. Michael says it's been good. Microwave ovens are not nuclear. Are they not, Thomas? I thought they were. Thomas says they're vigorous friction with water molecules. Now, you're being a bit scientific for me. You see, I'm not intelligent. All these people, they make me die. Some of them on the telly, they come out with these big words. Or if you pick up a newspaper, something like that ghastly newspaper, The Guardian, they come out with these great long words. And because you don't understand them, you're stupid. I don't think so, darling. Don't try and be clever with your long words. That's what I say. But water, I get that. Molecules. I like that word. Molecule. Do you like that word? Let's say it together. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Molecule. Yes, molecule. Strange and mysterious. Pete has a Labrador. What did I say he had? Golden Retriever. Didn't I say it was a Labrador? What did I say? Did I say Dalmatian? That's my sister there. Did you hear that about the presents, Sharon? Good morning to Thur. I want to ask you, okay, say something. Okay, something. There you go. I've said something, all right? Morning. Let's just scroll down here a little bit. Morning to Ken Lloyd, who's in Canada this morning. Good morning, Ken. How cold is it there now? Have you gone below? You're well below freezing, 15 below freezing or something like that? Michael, Chris, blast from the past, trade at Turnmills. I've been there. Shame it's no longer there. Yes, it was a club called Turnmills. The actual building is gone. That was knocked down and became offices. This wonderful club that so many of us went to for, I was there for about 6 or 7 years. Some people went for the whole 20 odd years that it was there. It was a wonderful place. I am in sync. It must be you, Adam the plumber. Try restart on your computer, darling, or phone or whatever it is, all right? Shania says we have a Santa cam at the school I work at. There you go, Shania. And I know that already. You don't need to tell me that, Shania, because I have a hotline here, not only to the Pope, but Santa Claus as well. Oh, hello, Chris. Oh, it's the Pope here. Yes, it's nice to hear you as well, yes. And we're thinking about doing this hymn today. Oh, which hymn is it? And I'm like, oh, it's a bit modern for me. It's a bit modern for me, Frank, I say to him. Frank, can you just a little bit more traditional? And he's like, oh, don't you like we've got the whole world in his hands? Well, yeah, I mean, it's all right, but I'd rather have To Jesus' Heart All Burning. You know that one? To Jesus' heart all burning with fervent love for man. Traditional, dear, traditional. None of these tambourines and flutes and all that business and recorders. Thama jacka, dorme boo. Can anyone play any other tune on the recorder other than Fairer Jacker? Huh? And what does it mean, anyway? Fairer Jacker. Can we have the English version, please? We're coming out of the EU, dear. As Theresa May keeps saying after her negotiations. The negotiations are taking place. The negotiations. Good luck Tuesday, girl. I'd love her to come here. We'd sit here and we wouldn't do politics. We'd just sit here and have a cup of tea and talk about people. Who could we start with? I think Boris Johnson's a good one to start with, don't you? Is it? Morning to Adrian. I have a nursery cam. Is it? Oh, do you have a nursery cam as well? Yes. Be good. Santa is watching. Let's have a look. Roy says, I'm so offended he missed my earlier messages. I'll tell you what, I'll ignore that one as well then, Roy. All right, I'll ignore that one as well. Is it morning in England? No, we've just gone into afternoon here. Just about gone into afternoon. It's about 10 past. There's a clock on the wall there. 10 past midday. Okay. John says he has a yellow Labrador. Well, don't paint it then. It's a golden Labrador. It's not yellow. It's golden, dear. Golden. You do yourself down. Golden. Golden. English. What is the English? Is there an English version of Fairer Jacker? Oh, I don't even know how to spell Fairer Jacker. Let's have a look. English version of Fairer Jacker. Let's have a look. Oh, hang on. Oh. One moment, please. Now, what's this say here? Songs and rhymes from France. Oh, wait, yeah, there is. There is. There is an English. Are you ready? Would you like me to perform this for you? Are you ready? I'm going to sing for you now, boys. Yeah, aren't you lucky today? I'm even going to sing. I have so many talents that I can show to you. Here we go. Ready? Fairer Jacker in English. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, Brother John. Morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing, ding dong ding, ding dong ding. That's it. That's the English version. Would you like it a second time? You would, wouldn't you? You want it a second time? Here we go. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, Brother John. Morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing, ding dong ding, ding dong ding. So we've learnt something new together today. I could be on BBC Schools programme. Oh, they don't have them anymore, do they? Whatever happened to BBC Schools programmes? Did they end up somewhere else, or did you just stop doing them altogether? In the 70s and the 80s, I don't know if it carried on in the 90s, we used to have all in the morning on the television, sort of between 9 o'clock and 12 midday, and again for a couple of hours in the afternoon, I think between 2 and 3:30, we used to have schools programmes. And there were specific programmes made for schools. It could be a wide range of subjects. Could be maths, could be English, science. Science Now. I remember that one. They don't do any of them anymore. Funny, isn't it, really? How it all changes like that. John says there are two colours of Labradors, black and yellow. Asks Sharon. What, not golden? Isn't a golden retriever a Labrador? Isn't that the same thing? Is that a different dog? Yeah, look, Ken Lloyd knows it. Ken Lloyd knows. You are more intelligent than me, Ken. As is indeed probably most of the people on here. Golden are retrievers. Oh, it's just very common. You see, it's dogs, dear. I'm not a dog, but I'm a cat person. We like cats. Things that can look up. They don't actually need people, cats. Feel a bit angry? They just go up and catch a mouse. My mate, he's got 4 cats. One is not very well at the moment. And he's always finding like a dead mouse or something in the house. And it's usually at the top of the stairs. And he'll ring up. You'd never guess what. There's only a dead mouse at the top of the stairs. I said, well, don't tell the cats off. That is a gift for you. It's been left there for you. They have bought you a gift. Adrian says, well done, Chris. They sing the same nursery rhyme in XXL to put all the bears asleep. I must go there, actually, especially as I've been eating too many crisps again. No, I haven't actually been eating too many crisps at all. Not to me. We were talking about the lost keys earlier, and I did find them eventually. And you know, when you you kind of lose keys, and then eventually you find them, and then you say to yourself, I must put them in the same place every time. And you don't, do you? I mean, normally you do. And then sometimes, you know, you might open a door. I just put that there for a couple of minutes. I'll put it away later. And then you forget. And then you forget. And then you've lost them again. Do you ever do that? Have you ever lost keys and then not been able to do something, like go to work or go out that night? Has it ever got as bad as that? I remember actually coming back from Turnmills, it was, on a Monday morning. And I didn't so much lose the keys other than lock them in the house. Yeah, I had one of those latches there. The door closed. That's it. It's locked. And I was completely off my head after coming back from this nightclub. And the door slammed and I thought, oh no. And I had to get a locksmith out. I had to get a locksmith out and £125 which this is about 15 years ago or more, maybe more than that now. I had to get a locksmith out. And he did the doors and he says, before I go, I'm going to have to ask you for proof that this is your address now. And I had to go in and get like a letter or something or a bill or something like that to show him. Because, of course, anyone could have done that, couldn't it? I mean, you could just turn out. So you could turn up at Buckingham Palace, couldn't you? And you could get a locksmith, couldn't you? Oh, hello, I've locked myself out. Oh, okay, well, we'll just drill the lock out for you, you know. They do need proof of identity or something like that, I suppose, don't they? Thomas says, my cat ate a rat. Found only the foot and fur. Oh! How awful. Roy, everyone knows Santa is magic and can open gas fires like a door. Can they? So has anyone ever lost their keys like that and then found that they just couldn't get the things out? I wonder if you have. Do let us know. As I say, I didn't want to be here too long today because I'm like about half an hour. I'm about 45 minutes behind everything else I wanted to do today. But just a couple of stories for you today. Skin-eating bugs. Skin-eating bugs. Look at this. Silverfish. Now, I didn't know this. Silverfish. Now, we used to get these at our house in our flat or a masonette in Roehampton when I was a child. We used to get silverfish in the kitchen. And they'd be walking along the, where the wall meets the floor. They'd be in that corner. My mum was, she'd get a piece of tissue and just flush them away down the toilets. Anyway, in the Daily Mirror, silverfish are the oldest known pets on Earth. Now, I didn't know this. Pests on Earth. And they love to feast off dead skin cells and hair. I had no idea what they ate here. Skin-eating bugs could invade your home this winter if your property suffers from condensation or damp. Silverfish are ancient bugs which survive by eating pretty much everything, but they particularly like to tuck into dead skin cells and hair. Okay? Watch out. They thrive in moist and damp conditions, which means homes across the UK face the risk of an invasion this winter as it gets wetter outside and we crank the heating up. Little bugs which can jump. I didn't know this. It says here the little bug. I've never seen one jump. Have you seen a silverfish jump? I've never seen one in here or in the caravan, actually, to be honest. The little bugs which can jump. Have I gone a bit dark? Which can jump up to 2 feet and live for 8 years, have also been known to eat through wallpaper, books, curtains and cereal boxes. A leading property maintenance expert said silverfish are actually the oldest pests known on Earth. And if you're spotting any tiny holes in your clothes or curtains, you might have an infestation. There's a good word. Infestation. You might have an infestation without even realising it. They'll eat anything, but skin cells are a delicacy to silverfish. And they like to leave their calling card in the shape of tiny yellow stains wherever they've been. As we don't tend to open windows and doors during the colder months, moisture from cooking, showering and drying clothes indoors can't escape. But thankfully, the team at 24/7 Home Rescue have some advice on how to keep them. Have you had silverfish in the house? Or what? Have you ever had anything in your house? I had squirrels once in my loft. Not funny. I've gone a bit dark there, haven't I? Let me see if I can do something about that. 1 minute. I think I've got. Let's just. How's that? That's made no difference at all, is it? Never mind. We're put up with it. Here are these few things you can do. How to spot them. They're quite secretive, but you might see them scurrying away in the middle of the night when you're making a loo visit. Keep your eyes peeled. Keep them open. You might also see droppings that look like small peppercorns or pellets or holes in your wallpaper, books or clothes. You might also find their shedding skin. Yes, throughout their long life they shed their skin, especially when going through adolescence. Now here's a few things you can do to keep the silverfish away. Let me know if you've had anything invade your house. I'll tell you about my squirrels in a minute. Ensure there's no food residues. Daily cleaning to keep on top of things. A weekly good going over. I wish I had a weekly good going over. Just once a week, that's all I ask. Means silverfish won't have a good reason to stick around. Keep dust off books and keep the bathroom floor mopped so there's no dead skin cells around. Chuck out your old newspapers and mags, so not leaving things to eat. Make your own repellents out of equal parts of vinegar and water, plus a squirt of washing up liquid, then add 10 drops of peppermint oil and eucalyptus oil. So there we are. Keep them out of the house. They also like leaky pipes and taps. Leaks are magnets to them, so do regular checks on piping throughout your homes. You could get a dehumidifier. I don't know how good they are. And lock up all your food. So silverfish. Watch out for the silverfish about to invade your homes. If they're not there already, have a look in your kitchen. They're being like the corners, walking along between that. Adrian, skin-eating bugs are also at XXXXL. You go in fat, and when you come out, you're skinny and your cheeks disappear. XXL is a club, isn't it, Adrian? Thomas, infestation. It is a very good word. Infestation. We like that. Infestation, yes. Use it today. Get a silver cat, says John. Yes. I had squirrels once. I've told this story a few times. They got in the loft and that was just an absolute nightmare. It's funny at first and then you realise they won't go. The one thing about squirrels is that they tend to be sort of awake at roughly the same time as us. Not like rats. So when we go to sleep, they go to sleep. So they're not running around in there all night. But they can do the most dreadful damage in your house. If you've got squirrels, you must get them out of the loft. The thing is, I had this, like a rent-a-kill. It wasn't rent-a-kill. It was one of those, what are they called? Pest people come round. And he was bloody useless. Absolutely useless. Didn't come back. And he put a trap up there. And one was caught in a trap. Like one of those. But if you catch a squirrel by one method, you won't catch another squirrel by that same method. They're clever. They see that squirrel get caught in a trap and die. They ain't going near that trap, mate. So you have to use various different methods. You really do. The other method I had, a live cage. It's like a long thing and they go in and the door shuts and then you've got to get rid of the squirrel. And sticky boards. Sticky boards are quite good. Sticky boards. But you mustn't put them outside. They don't discriminate between a squirrel and anything else. So anything that lands on that, like a little bird or something like that, anything else that you can get these on eBay, probably eBay and also Amazon. You can get them on there, and it's like a piece of cardboard, and you open it, very strong glue on it, and you put like a peanut on there in the middle, and then the squirrel comes up and gets stuck on the board, only to dehydrate. And not a nice way to go, I must admit. You just leave them in because nothing else is going to get in the loft. But you mustn't put them outside because other little creatures can get stuck on there. Once they're on there, they can't get off, you see. But you'll never get a squirrel sort of by the same method of execution, I suppose. There's another good word. Execution. Do you like that one? Execution. So there we are. I see none of you have had pests then, is that right? I'm just having a look. None of you have mentioned that you've had pests before. I'm the only pest in your life, isn't it? Isn't that right? Mice breed in lofts as well. Yes, Roy. Mice do breed in lofts as well. Be very, very careful with mice and other evil things like that. Shall we do one more story? Let's have a look. Oh, I must mention, in the Sun, you've got to have a look in the Sun this morning. Daniella Westbrook, when was she in EastEnders? See, I don't watch any of the soaps. I mean, Casualty. Oh, I can't believe. So we saw that business with Casualty. I never finish that story. That looks like Charlie and Duffy are taking a bit of a break from each other. It was awful. It's not on next week. It's not on. No Casualty next week. I couldn't believe it when I looked at the schedules. They got new opening sequence as well. Roy says I get silverfish spray them with bleach. Instant death. I'm lucky enough not to have them at all, Roy. Daniella Westbrook shows off her new face after undergoing reconstruction operation to rebuild her rotting cheekbone. So this young, I say young, she's not that young anymore. She was famous, I believe, in EastEnders. But she did a load of the old drugs, you see. She was doing the cocaine. She's doing it. So, and she lost the inside of her nose, and her cheekbone was rotting as well. And this is what these drugs do. I don't think people realise this when they're doing this stuff. I don't know how it became sort of fashionable. Why is it fashionable to want to lose half of your nose or half of your cheekbone? It rots the stuff, and people don't realise it. I don't think people realise it. And heart attacks as well. A lot of DJs and entertainment people are on this stuff. You know, and I've known 3 people suddenly drop down dead for no reason. But I know that they do this stuff. See, I never ever did that stuff. Never did the cocaine stuff. Never appealed to me. The thought of oh no, something going up your nose. I mean, I don't know. When I'm at the hairdressers, I don't even. Sometimes he gets that thing. He does the hairs in your ears, and he does. Well, I start sneezing like anything. I can't have anything going up my nose. I've got a very, very sensitive nose. Very sensitive. Look, and it's big. Can you see that? Look how big that nose is. It's probably covering Sanders' face, is it? Anyway, she's had her face done. It says the former EastEnders star was forced to go under the knife after admitting her cheekbone was rotting away after years of drug abuse and botched operation. Of course, she's had her face done as well a few times. Please don't have your faces done. It just looks horrendous. The lips are got to be the worst thing. People, women. I haven't seen any blokes with. Oh yes, I have. The bloke who wants to look like the Barbie doll. What's his name? Or is it Ken or something? Wants to look like Ken, doesn't it? From the Barbie, Ken and Barbie, and he's had all these lip fillers. It looks horrendous, and they're all on the telly. I've yet to see anyone who's had anything done to their lips that looks good. They look like bloody fish, like that. All pouting. It doesn't look good. Why, oh why do they think it looks good? You turn on any of those American news channels, every single one of them have had something done to their face, men and women, both of them. It looks horrendous. Especially the lips. Well, there's a picture of this Daniella Westbrook in the Sun this morning. You've got to have a look. And it looks horrendous. It says here she was pictured for the first time at the Essex TV Awards. What's that then, the Essex TV Awards? What is that? I've never heard of such a thing. And appeared in good spirits. She's 45, smiled for the cameras when she arrived at the bash and looked confident in a smart black suit. The actress, who was recently diagnosed with womb cancer, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's sad. Had been suffering a number of terrifying health issues since undergoing botched dental surgery in 2015, which left her with blood poisoning. I think the dental surgery was something to do with the cocaine rotting away bones there as well, you see. Earlier this year, I suppose it's like smoking, you know, once you've I used to smoke many, many years ago. 27, 28 years ago, I used to smoke. I was quite lucky. I don't think I've got so much of an addictive personality, although I have been addicted to things in the past. Chocolate and ice cream. Although I think it's probably more of a habit than an addiction. But presumably it's as difficult to give up cocaine as it would be if you were addicted to cigarettes or something like that, you see. Earlier this year, she admitted she hated her sunken face and was drinking 12 pints of milk a day to help strengthen her bones for the operation. And there's some pictures in there of her. You know, it just... I have a look in the Sun. Type in the Sun. I don't know, the Sun... Actually, shall I tweet that? I'll tweet it for you. I've got Twitter. If you go to my Twitter, it's Chris Reardon UK, all right? Twitter.com/Chris Reardon UK. I'll do a Twitter thing there, and you can have a look at the pictures for yourself. There we are. All right, so Twitter.com/Chris Reardon UK, and I've just posted a little thing of that thing with Daniella Westbrook. Maybe I can I type it on there as well? Let's try that. Does that work? Yeah, there you go. I'll put it on the Facebook as well, so you can have a look at that. And that's what happens to people who do loads of drugs. In particular, cocaine. I've seen people doing injections. That just scares me. You know, I have been in a couple of situations where someone's pulled out a syringe and started injecting themselves, not with diabetes stuff. And I look at that. I am afraid of. I'm not. I suppose I am afraid of needles. Really, you know, when I go in for the flu injection or to have my blood looked at, and I don't look. I do not look. The doctor down the road, he's pretty good with the flu injection. So, hello, doc, how are you? I'm not going to look. And he's like, bang. Okay, all done. And he's literally done. He's like in and out in a second. Brilliant. But I can't look. Needles frighten me. You know, if it's bad enough watching a doctor do it, can you imagine watching sort of someone you know suddenly shoving a load of drugs into their arm? It's not a good look. It really isn't. I've seen videos on the internet of this, people taking drugs. It's frightening. Absolutely frightening. I think I'm probably scared of needles. My mate is actually a lot more scared than me of needles, I think. He's really afraid of them. Roy says, when and why did the silverfish leave the sea? I have no idea, Roy. They use my good looks... Oh, you haven't finished the joke. Why have you only put half the joke there, Roy? Thomas says he loves various descriptive words. There are certain words I like. I come across a word now and again. What was the word? Infestation. That's a great word, infestation. Pete Burns looks horrific. Yes, he's not long. I don't think he's with us anymore, John. I worked with him once at the Black Cat 15, 20 years ago. And even then he had those great big lips. And he was quite pleasant to me, actually, Pete Burns. Yeah, he was quite nice on the stage to me. No complaints there. And he did his performance and he was fantastic. When he came off stage, though, he was absolutely shattered. And he was like that in the seat. I don't know if he was doing anything then. Who are we to comment on that? Thomas has seen the picture. Horrendous. Yeah, I told you, Thomas. Isn't it awful? I'll put a link on here and also on my Twitter, Chris Reardon UK. Adrian, you can believe me, I haven't had any plastic surgery on my face. I don't need to. I'm so special. Yeah, I think we can see that. You've never had any plastic surgery, Adrian. I mean, no one would want to look that old purposely, would they? I'm sorry, I'm laughing at my own jokes here this morning. I don't know why that is. Adrian. Use it. What time on cocaine to make you skinny for weight loss? Is that what people do? They use it for weight loss. Well, how does that? Or do they not eat when they're on the cocaine? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But if I'd have known that, I might have taken it up. Adrian, you should be scared of needles. I'm not reading that out. Hello to Boxer Dow. Joining us late on the show today. Yeah, we're almost about to finish now. But never mind, you can join us again tomorrow morning around about 9. Let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. Happy birthday on this Sunday, the 9th of December, 2018, to family member today, Kim Witt, who is 1 year below the old 50 now. Happy birthday to you, Kim. 49 years old today, eh? Happy birthday, Kim. All right, sweetheart. Happy birthday today to Maria Grosso. Good morning, Maria. Or Grosso. Is it Grosso or Grosso? Good morning, Maria. Happy birthday. Holly Harknett is a very young, 25 years old today. Happy birthday, Holly. Carsten. All right, my German friend Carsten, who I had the absolute pleasure of knowing for some time when I was working at the Black Cap. I think you were you bar staff or just customer there? I can't remember now. But you were always very pleasant to me, and once we went to that place in Waterloo and had a laugh there as well, didn't we? Happy birthdays to my friend. I hope you're well. Happy birthday today to Kevin Fleming. Morning. And Terry Stump is 46 years old today on this Sunday. So happy birthday to you all, gang. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Adam, quickly put that link on there before we go, Adam. Adam, I know the advert you mean. It's a parody on the John Lewis advert, isn't it? Yep, I know the advert you mean. Adam says, I've just watched the saddest... What do you mean you've just watched the saddest... What, while I've been doing my show? How rude are you? You've been watching another YouTube video while I've been doing my show? Well, that's just bloody rude, that is. Don't come back to my karaoke, dear. I'll put you right at the bottom of the list. How rude. Anyway, Adam's just watched the saddest ad ever. Can't believe it only cost 50 quid to make. Look at it. You will be in floods of tears. I know the ad you mean. I'm not going to tell it. Put a link up there so people can watch it, Adam. Okay? I was now watching you to cheer me back up. It's on YouTube. Type in this. £50 Christmas ad. Do you know how to do a link, Adam? Shall I do it? Let's see if I can find it. I'll link this as well on my Twitter thing and on the Facebook, if I can find it for you just before we go. It's really work. There you go. There's a link. Adam's put the link up there. That's probably the one there, is it? So I shall copy and paste that and tweetings to that as well. 1 minute. This link is safe, it says there. Oh, no, really? Of course it's safe. Adam the Plumber did it. Copy link address. And tweetings. Stand by for tweetings. Tweetings now. Tweetings. Oh, that don't look right. Let's see what happens if I post it. Is that going to work? Is that going to work? Yes, it does. Oh, there we go. That's it. Yeah, that's worked. Okay, watch that, boys and girls. Thank you, Roy. Roy's posted it as well. John says, my mate drowned after sniffing coke. Is that right? Please don't. I mean, don't ever do drugs. It's not good. You know, you'd much rather have a bar of chocolate. Okay, so you might put a couple of stone on, but that's how it is. At least you won't drown. Or mind you, if you eat too much chocolate, you will when you just sink, wouldn't you? Thanks ever so much for joining us today on the show. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I've got a busy day ahead of me. Loads of bits and pieces to do, as well as a bit of cooking. And hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow morning, around about 9:30ish on a Monday morning. Have a nice day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now. All right. He says, quickly locating the Christmas closing film. Goodbye.